Welcome back, everybody. It's our podcast.
The Hooligan Hangout, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, welcome back. How are y'all doing this week?
Unfortunately, my voice is kind of in and out. So, if I die towards the end of the episode, I'll probably just die for reals. So, if you guys hear me stop talking, just assume I am passed out on my keyboard.
We have to carry, basically, just a little bit.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Alex?
Angry.
Angry.
Why?
So, this week we got an exciting episode. We are going to review The Adam Project on Netflix, and it's a pretty exciting one. I thought it was a good movie, but we'll talk about that later. But we'll start off with some news. Did y'all hear about Anthony Starr this week? I guess it was last
No,
week.
tell us, my good friend.
You actually didn't hear that he got arrested?
Yeah, dude. Homie took method acting a little too serious.
It's a little too far. He got arrested for assaulting a chef, and apparently he punched the chef in the face twice before breaking a bottle over his face.
So he assaulted a chef. Did he pepper him with insults?
Probably.
Thanks, Rocha. I appreciate you.
It was all right.
Said he assaulted him. They didn't say he seasoned
It was
him.
okay.
How does that affect him with the TV show and stuff?
Honestly, I think it's just a bit.
It's just for publicity.
It's just a marketing ploy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Homeland is fucking crazy. So they wouldn't have rolled out season 3 with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, it's crazy because I've been following Anthony Starr like since the first season of The Boys, and the dude seems like genuinely like the coolest fucking person.
Yeah, he seems really awesome. He seems cool. For anyone that doesn't know who Anthony Starr is, he's obviously, I guess we already said it, Homelander from The Boys. It's just like a Amazon show about like it's a superhero show, but y'all should watch it. But it's really good. But yeah, the main character is like super crazy and evil, but obviously in real life, Anthony Starr seems really cool. Seems genuine, but apparently not. But he was given a 12-month suspended prison sentence.
Holy shit.
Yeah, basically that means he's gonna be on like probation kind of for the next 12 months, and if he acts up again, then he's going to prison. But as long as he doesn't act up again or do anything, crazy, I think production is still gonna be okay. I think everything's gonna go smoothly.
This dude's gonna act up on set.
Which is better because I've been waiting for the new season of The Boys.
Well, they had finished all the scenes already. It's just, season 4. I don't know about season 4 because of him.
Oh, okay. And then also he, I don't know how long ago he finished that animated series of The Boys.
Oh, he did the voice for it, right? Forgot.
But I thought I heard they were doing a second season, so that would mess that up too if he, goes crazy. But
not necessarily, because they have different animation styles, so they could just use different characters. Sorry, am I too loud?
But he's the voice actor. Like he's,
Have you actually watched the animated show?
Yeah.
Well, then it's just a bunch of skits, so they can just do skits without him in it.
Oh,
I haven't seen all of it.
There's like 4 episodes without the
I
Homelander.
I was about to say it's like not episodic. It's just like
Short,
Looney Tunes.
It's like it's like Tom and Jerry type shit one episode, and then it's like comically good comic representation next. So it's just like it's kind of random. It's kind of like it kind of reminded me of Mad TV. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Mad TV.
Yeah,
it's like
honestly
interesting.
But,
what did y'all find out this week? What have y'all got?
I found out that Miss Marvel is going to be a cosmic being like Galactus.
Oh,
like Galactus?
So, no, she's just gonna have like cosmic powers. She's gonna be more less stretch power and more fucking created universe type power.
Green Lantern.
I'm okay with that though because go ahead.
Oh, I mean I kind of see where they're coming from. Like it's it's cool for so long, and they needed to like add like something else that they can actually like be extended throughout a periodic show.
Right.
But I wish they kind of just stuck to the original because they've done a lot with her anyways with just her original power in the comics. So I'm sure they just do the same thing with the show. But I don't know. I don't want to be too picky about it because looking at it right now, apparently it involves her making more energy constructs in her powers instead of just physical like hand.
Hand.
And
And I don't know, like I watched Rocha play what
Avengers.
The
the Avengers. Yes, the Avengers. Yeah, sorry, I just forget its title because it's fucking
Yeah.
shitty. But I watched him play it for a little bit, and I saw Miss Marvel's like powers in play, and they were actually pretty cool. Like I actually like dig their character. I mean, I didn't get past the storyline because fuck that shit. But I did enjoy seeing her powers in action, so I wonder how they'll be able to do that in the show.
I will say the trailer looked very good, and I feel like they portrayed it really well. I do think it's weird that they completely kind of changed the nature of their power, because if they did that to anybody else, we would be mad. But since it's a lesser known character, we probably don't mind as much. But I mean, they made it look good in the trailer, so it's whatever.
What I was gonna say is I feel like the only reason they did that is because this show and the Fantastic Four are also gonna come out. So I feel like they didn't want to introduce two brand new people with basically the same powers, with Reed Richards and her being able just to stretch their bodies. So I feel like they're just like trying to discern them from each other, so like in a year they don't feel like they're putting out the same character, just like gender swapped.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. For real. I don't think they wanted the same powers.
Y'all should just fucking kiss already. Fucking connected on brain. Oh, yo!
Coming to the next room, big boy. It's a joke, if you want it to be.
All right, well.
Wait. I did think the trailer was really fun, though. I thought it really set the tone of who she is. Because
I did too.
that is her. She's obsessed with like Avengers and stuff.
Edward, what do you got for us?
Sticking on the Marvel train and kind of relating to our movie as well, the original Deadpool director Sean Levy or Levi?
It's Levy, I think.
Sean Levy is to direct Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 3.
But I'm excited for that.
MCU. So they did keep the same director.
I am super excited for that one.
Can't wait to see another superhero landing from him.
Same one that did Free Guy and in fact the Adam Project.
And was a producer.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was part of the producing team for the Deadpool movies as well. So him and Ryan Reynolds have been like buddy. So I feel like their chemistry, like him understanding how he is as an actor, will just help like lean more into like the quip heavy Deadpool that we've seen.
Right.
Before.
Levy's gonna know exactly how to write the scenes for Reynolds.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time in Levy's movies, I guarantee most of the stuff he's like, you know what to do, bro. Like, just go out there and you know what to say and just put a spin on it and we'll keep it.
I feel like Ryan Reynolds is probably just God tier at improv.
At improv, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Why'd you have to repeat it?
Because I thought you were gonna say something else and I was gonna disagree.
He's also a very good serious actor. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think so.
That's what I think too, and I think he's underrated as a serious actor.
Y'all should see Amityville Horror. It has him like in a horror movie, and he's pretty good at it. Like he's
Amityville Horror.
I feel like a lot of the movies he's in.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the movies he's in, even if he is a serious role, like the directors try to make him funny, I guess.
Witty. That's just because he's who he is.
But I feel like he's really good at just being like straight serious.
I refuse to believe that Ryan Reynolds is ever like not playing himself in any movie, bro.
Pump it, bro. Fist bump.
I disagree. I feel like this movie, we'll talk about it more later, but I don't think he's himself.
What do you mean, bro?
We'll get to that discussion soon. Who's my turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we talked about Marvel. Now I'm going to talk about the superior franchise, DC. Is coming out with another animated spinoff, another animated series for DC. HBO Max's. They've had so many series and spinoffs that they've announced, but this one is going to be about Kite Man, which is in development, and it's a direct spinoff of the animated show Harley Quinn, which if y'all haven't seen, y'all should really watch because it's actually really funny. It's probably one of their best animated shows I've seen.
I almost did that one for my news.
You what?
I almost did that one for my news.
Oh, really? So did Edward. Kite Man's actually they make him a pretty deep character in that show. So I actually am pretty excited for this show. Like, I think it'd be pretty
the
cool.
fact that it's in the Harley Quinn universe is gonna be cool. I haven't seen the show yet, but it looks cool. It looks
You really
really
should. It's funny.
I think it's genuinely like perfectly on brand with the style that DC's been going in by just playing with their like really really weird characters.
Yeah.
It's weird to say that other than Batman, the best like live action DC movies we've gotten have been from literally characters that no one fucking knows about.
But that's the cool thing, though. That's how you build them up. Like
Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's right.
Iron Man and Captain America, I'm telling you right now, they were C-list before Marvel came out with their stories.
Mm-hmm.
They were C tier, bro. Now they're A tier to everyone. Live action, at least.
Speaking about underrated DC shows, the Peacemaker is probably one of my favorite live action DC shows. I haven't really watched like the CW versions of the Flash or anything like that, just because I've heard a lot of that it's really good, but it also goes to shit later in the seasons. So I don't know.
That's a topic for another day. If y'all want a review, just leave a comment or a review of our podcast and be like, "Hey guys, this podcast sucks, but y'all should do Peacemaker."
Yes, please drop that.
But now we can get into our favorite part of the news segment, the sponsor. All right, so this week we are going to review the Adam Project, which, as was previously mentioned, is starring Ryan Reynolds and the younger version of himself in the movie, Walker Scobell, which I'm not entirely sure if this is Walker's first appearance in a movie. I'm not entirely sure. He seems a little bit he seems young, but not like really young, not like really, really young child actor. So maybe he has been in other stuff. But anyways, here's a little synopsis. It's from Netflix. After accidentally crash landing in 2022, time-traveling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self for a mission to save the future. So it's a time travel movie, and this is going to be our non-spoiler review. So we're just going to go around. Everyone's going to give their general thoughts, and that's it. And then we're going to go into spoilers. So who wants to start? Then you takers. I know you love Ryan Reynolds movies, Anthony. Do you want to start?
Yeah, okay, I'll start. I thought overall, this is spoiler free, right? Yeah. So overall, I thought it was a really, really good movie. I feel like it was super emotional, which I liked, and I feel like it chronologically it did it really well. Like it really brought you with the time travel. Like it wasn't confusing at all. It was like simple, but still they did it right. They know what they were doing.
They still I feel like they still dove a little bit into it. Like he would explain stuff, but then he'd like back off because he'd be like, "No, don't worry about that."
Yeah, basically. But I really thought my favorite part was how emotional it was. So I did like it. What did you think,
Alex?
Sorry. I have to agree with Anthony. I did like the emotion that he conveyed. It showed that he could like be funny, but also be very serious, like in the next scenes. There was also like I thought visually it was just very pleasing, just because of certain CGI scenes that I thought wouldn't be able to be pulled off by Netflix themselves because they have some terrible CGI sometimes. But like I was saying, the CGI that they have on this movie is pretty good, especially especially the beginning scene in the movie. So I don't know.
This fucker stole my thunder.
Hey, so what I do have to say, it's a really I thought Ryan Reynolds and Walker Scobell's relationship in this movie, because they're playing the same person, just like with the age gap, younger one and an older one. I thought their chemistry was really good. Like especially from Walker, he did a really good job as his younger version. Because at times I was like, this dude's a mini Ryan Reynolds, like I swear. And it also had really good lighthearted humor, and it really has. They really emotionally connect throughout the movie, him and his younger self. And I really think this is a movie you can like definitely watch with your family, because it's got a lot of family moral messages in there and themes that it would be just good to hear if you were to watch with your family. Also, like Alex said, it's tech and all, it's like CGI. I thought it was pretty solid for a Netflix movie. And I thought some of the tech was actually pretty cool to see. Like it was a little I wouldn't say like super original, but it was it was something else. So it was pretty cool. And yeah, that's all really I gotta say without spoilers. Just overall pretty feel good movie.
Yeah, I thought they had really good family chemistry, like Anthony said, where it just did a really good job of keeping you emotionally invested in like every character throughout whatever like tribulations they were going through at the time. And the CG was absolutely beautiful and stunning, and it was not that was definitely something you'd expect to see out of like a big like high budget movie studio, which Netflix is actually turning into. This movie did have $117 million budget.
Powerhouse.
And I forgot the last thing I was going to say. So, would you guys recommend people watch this?
I would, absolutely.
I would as well.
I would recommend it.
Okay, I would recommend this movie, but I just have one thing to say. I do think that it does still have some of those little Netflix quips from a Netflix film. Like, don't expect much different. I mean, it's obviously one of their better ones, but don't expect much different from what they made.
I do remember what I was going to say. I was going to say that while this movie wasn't 100% original, as the time travel genre has been done 1,000 times, but it does do a good job of making itself feel fresh and like paying homage to the films that it clearly drew inspiration from.
That was a good one. Yeah, that's a good take.
So, with that being said, if you guys haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Come right back for the spoiler review. If you guys don't want to see the movie and you don't want to hear us talk about it anymore, follow our Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Keep updated and stay tuned because we will 100% have a movie that you're super interested in down the line, no matter what kind of films you're into.
Go get your merch.
Yes, and copy merch. We got brand new merch coming out soon. I'm working on a few designs. Just got to get approval from the board of directors. So, merch.streamelements.com/the Hangout. And check out our YouTube for extra content. We'll dive deep into a topic relating probably time travel movies. So, we'll see you guys. And we're going to dive right into the spoilers.
All right, Anthony, what did you love about this movie?
So, I want to talk about one scene in specific. And it's when it's towards the end of the movie, or it's like at the very end, pretty much, where they're all playing ball together, like they're all playing catch, and then he like missed the catch and he picked it up, or he went to go pick it up and he turned around and they were gone.
Yeah,
dude, I feel like that hit so hard because it really made me think. Like, it really put into perspective that the entire movie, all the relationships that they built, the character development they had, like literally everything. Once they disappeared, all of that disappeared with them because the way time travel works, like since time travel was never invented, both of those versions of Adam no longer exist. And since Mark Ruffalo, the dad, since he still ends up dying, literally with like a year after those events, everything is gone. Like everything that we watched in the movie never happened, and those connections were never made. Like everything that we like came to love about the characters just like disappeared, and I feel like that hit me pretty hard. I was like,
but you have to believe all that that trauma with his dad was fixed because Mark Ruffalo like figured out like what he did to his like the older version, like the adult,
right?
And I mean the younger kid was it's a little different in the spectrum, but
you could still tell that even at the end of the movie there was still residual like lingering things that are like deep in thought, because at the end it showed that he did remember to give the mom the hug that he promised older him to give.
Okay, I didn't understand that though, because
and then he did remember to go and find his wife, and he openly said, "I remember you," and then he just like played it off like a joke, but he knew. And I think she knew deep down too.
I don't know though, because especially the scene with the mom, I didn't get, because in the movie, like at the end, the very, very end, that's like, let's say that's like the original Adam. Okay, that's like the real time Adam. In the movie, we never once saw the real time Adam, because like the 2018 version, we never saw him, and he was never part of the whole time travel story. Like he had no idea. So it's like, how did he remember that?
I think the way they explained it is like they just like
have memories.
While the memories like scatter across the timeline and it fixes itself, there's still like little bits of residual stuff, and I think that kind of feels like deja vu, or they meant to play it off as like that little voice in your head, like where you just get the urge to do stuff. And I think that's kind of where like they don't directly remember, but they just get like that urge, like I think I'm supposed to do this, and they just go and do it, you know?
It's like an intrusive thought.
Yeah.
That's why you don't think about time travel movies too deep.
Exactly.
Because
apparently they're all
a lot of different ways you can think about it, but
yeah,
it was crazy. And then obviously the thing, I was glad it made me happy when he met his future wife, but the main thing was just that scene. It just like hit me that everything just disappeared.
I thought that scene was kind of cool too, because they talked about how they could feel themselves like going away. Right. So I feel like the little kid purposely, like, because like he looked at the older version of himself, they kind of smiled at each other, and then he threw the ball like away, like on purpose, where his dad wouldn't see him go away.
Oh shoot, that's smart. I didn't think about that.
And they just disappeared into thin air.
Yeah.
What do you think is the strongest thing from this movie, and then the weakest thing?
Hey, we didn't get time for this shit.
He only said a scene though. He didn't really say what he liked or disliked.
Well, that's an example of what he said earlier, where he said he liked the emotional part.
That's fair. Okay.
That's what we've been.
Never mind.
Yeah. So, Alex, you're next on the line.
Back to what I said earlier about visually stunning scenes.
Pull out, bro.
Sorry, I've never heard that before.
Bro.
Speaking about visually stunning things, I really enjoyed the fighting, especially the one with the quote unquote lightsaber that he had, which was just a bow staff almost. I really, enjoyed seeing that weapon in action, especially like when he brought it out and the first time he just like boom, like he sent them flying away. Yeah, just like how Anthony flew away from his chair.
I was literally about to comment, but all right.
Nah, dude, 100%. That's a fucking lightsaber. Like the way they explained it is like, oh yeah, they vaporize when they die, and all homie had to do to kill him was just to touch him with it. So it's 100% just a lightsaber, bro.
You know what though? This is just a real quick sidetrack. Were they really just killing people, like including the kid? Like he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just kill these people.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, continue, Alex.
That's how evil they were, dude.
Yeah, so and then I don't know, it was just really so gorgeous, especially like this is a spoiler, right? Yeah. So when they're collapsing the machine, and you can just see everything like being like sucked in, and you can just you're like whoa, like that was pretty cool to see on the screen. Like I said, because of the CGI that sometimes Netflix is infamous for, having a lot of money but delving more into their actors and more of their CGI shit. But it seems like they split it evenly this time, and were able to contribute to both the acting and the visual dynamic.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like my issue with Netflix movies isn't ever like just the acting. I feel like it's more the story writing that gets them.
I get where you're coming from. No, what's something that you enjoyed from the movie then?
What I enjoyed? Let's see. I mean, like I said earlier, the chemistry was really good. I really liked how obviously they were one and the same person, but I really liked how they would have different conversations about their dad or their mom, and they would have the total opposite thinking. Yeah. Like one of my favorite parts that like really helped me focus was whenever they were all talking and Ryan Reynolds' character is all like, or Adam, he's just like really like mature about the whole situation. He's digging through the dad's closet and stuff, and then he's like, the young Adam says something about the mom, like something rude. And he's like, don't you talk about your mom like that. Like, you're going to regret it one day. Like, you don't say that crap. I was like, dang, bro, I'd probably say that too if that was him.
I think the cool dynamic between them two is that you could see where it's like, bro, how do you get so, how the fuck were you so smart? And he's like, how are you so dumb?
Yeah. Or just little scenes like that. Those were really cool.
When he was giving advice, he's like, you're not mad at him because he did these things. You're mad because he died.
Yeah,
and he was giving that. I was like,
that was awesome because that made me see that he kind of, as he grew older, he got angry, but he kind of forgot how he first initially reacted when he was younger. He was just really sad. He never thought about like what his dad didn't do for him. He thought, oh, my dad's dead. Like, I'm so sad. I'm gonna miss him. He was grieving, and in a sense, he still is grieving, but he's just pissed at that anger stage. He's pissed at his dad for dying and for the time travel stuff, thinking it was all his fault. There's a lot of growth between the two, and they both connected because they were the same person, and they kind of helped each other fill the void.
Yeah, doesn't matter because they don't exist anymore. So,
okay, Anthony.
Yeah, right after he hugged his mom, he called her a piece of shit and left.
Yeah,
And then he just died, dude. Just got vaporized. He's like, we're not gonna be here anyway. Like,
All right, and my favorite parts of the movie, like I said earlier, were when they were like paying homage to the old time travel movies, where they're trying to explain how it works, and he was like, "Oh, is it like a multiverse thing, like Marvel?" Like just kind of like winking at it, and then later he was like, "Oh, so you mean they're like Biff from Back to the Future?" And they're like they directly like reference that movie, and
and Star
it's
Wars.
just like little things like that where it just feels like a nerd wrote this movie and was like, "Hey, you can't say these things, but you can heavily show influence to them," but they still kept it original,
See,
I don't
that's
know.
what I loved about Free Guy too. The director just knows how to write like a nerd. He
right?
probably is a
Right.
nerd, but they write like it and then just put it. That's what when Free Guy got announced, I didn't think it was gonna work because it was a video game movie. I mean, it was an original video game movie, but like, I want to see if it had that charm.
I
Did
will
you
say,
catch the Easter egg for Deadpool?
Which one?
He like when the child version of Ryan Reynolds flips into the screen and then he does a knee landing.
oh yeah, and he
Oh,
said,
yeah.
Superhero landing.
Yeah,
dude, that was so cool.
yeah,
My favorite part is whenever he's like, "You ever had your ass kicked by a 12-year-old?" And he just gets punched in the fucking face.
yeah. Like he's like such a badass moment. And they're like, no, you're not ready, bro.
Oh, this shit made me laugh so hard. This is a really, really good movie. We've been watching fucking bangers of movies lately, dude. And I feel like we're gonna give our audience that we're just like really light critiques, but these movies have genuinely just been slapping on like a different level. And it's nice because post-pandemic, all the good movies are coming out finally. So all the shit that we had to watch while they were delayed is being filtered out slowly and slowly.
Hopefully, nothing bad
Yep.
anytime soon. Hopefully,
I'm gonna say I don't have too many cons. Like I didn't find anything too much that I didn't like besides the fact that the kids are killing, the kid is killing people,
Mhm.
and I didn't understand that like Mark Ruffalo's character just automatically knew it was Adam, like just automatically. He
It's
was
that
like,
father instinct, bro.
Father knows his kids, bro.
but the mother didn't when he was in the bar. So why
I
did
think
the
the
father?
mother did too. I think that's why she went out to
yeah,
go
she
look
went
at
after him.
him.
Remember?
Especially
Yeah,
because he said he doesn't know how much he loves you. She was like,
But-
"Yo,
That's like a deep conversation. Like Mark Ruffalo, he was just like, oh, he said like one sentence, and Mark
Right,
is
just
like,
the mannerisms,
huh?
like
because
he knows his
it's also the song.
kid.
He also referenced the song, and I'm sure he
Oh,
plays
yeah,
that song
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time at home.
That only someone who
I
knows
don't
him
know,
would know.
maybe, but
He
that threw
probably
me off.
recognized his jacket too.
He probably plays that song around the house all the time, dude. And his son always hears it. That's my
I
best
don't know.
guess.
And I guess the reason I could see why they were justifying them killing them is because essentially they're killing, if they're successful, they're killing versions of those people that won't exist at all anymore.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was
it's
thinking
basically
too.
they're just like just knocking them out basically because they're not killing them
Yeah.
because they haven't been born yet or they're just regular dudes right now.
Right.
And it worked. So technically, everyone they killed, except for that psycho bitch, actually none of them died because that timeline doesn't exist. So
Just erased, bro.
Even then, even the psycho lady doesn't exist either.
well, no, I was about to say no. She shot herself, bro. She did.
She's
No,
gone.
because
She
that whole
literally
time,
shot herself.
that whole timeline. Oh, yeah.
She shot her present day self. Yeah, that was it.
Wait. Time out. If future self goes back in time to shoots her, but then time travel was never really existed, how did future self go back in time to kill herself?
This is where I don't want to think about this shit, to be honest with you.
Because the timeline didn't solidify until after she shot herself.
The timeline solidified when he blew up the time travel machine, so that's where it stopped. So her death is just stuck there.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, we can talk all day talking about this stuff with time travel movies, so we're not going to do that for y'all. Alex, do you have anything
Negative?
negatives?
Yeah, I think I do. Honestly. So
Bro.
my bad. I'm so sorry. So, anyways, I didn't like how they just killed her off kind of easily. The villain.
I didn't like that either.
It was just kind of like anticlimactic. Like she shot a bullet. It's also the fucking future. You have a time machine, but you're still using bullets, brother. Come on. Like I thought that would have been like a little more advanced because they have fucking lightsabers. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it just bust out a laser weapon.
Mark Ruffalo said, "Haha, you idiot! You must not know science, bitch."
Yeah, I was like, all right.
I said that too. I was like, okay.
I thought that was pretty cool because, like, in the end, I like how they just kind of outsmarted a bitch who was just in it for the money, and it was like, I don't know. To me, it was like symbolic for them to do it that way instead of like some big fight.
Yeah, I just thought it was cheesy though, because
yeah, I agree, it was cheesy, but I feel like they did that instead just so it would have a little bit more tie-in with the over like arching theme with it.
Like her present day self just backed away into the exact spot she was gonna get shot. It was so funny.
She got closer to the machine that was sucking everything in.
Yeah, and she didn't expect that. Nobody expected that, actually. Even Ryan Reynolds and them didn't expect that, except for Mark Ruffalo. He was like, "Oh, actually, though, shoot me, do it."
So, no, you got anything new negative?
I do. The same crap I have about most of his movies. Ryan Reynolds is the exact same character. I thought he was going to break the trope at the beginning of the movie because I was like, oh, he's actually doing pretty good. Until he started talking to himself. That's when he like really like not broke character, but he started getting into his regular shit, acting shit. And I was like, oh, never mind. He's the same Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, like they left him like super. That was one of my cons. Is like they left him like super serious for most of the movie. But anytime there was like a fight scene, he immediately broke into normal Ryan Reynolds shit and was like, "Hey, idiot, look over here, bop bop. Hey, dumbass, bop bop."
Or when he was talking to those bullies, especially.
Right?
Whisper, "Hey, you little shit. You're going to go back to town and you're going to tell them."
Or whenever he was talking to himself before he confronted the boys, like, "Here's what you're going to do. You're going to walk up, you're going to do something, you're going to drop on your knees and hit him in the nuts." And then he just walks in and he's like, "I'm going to cook your banana."
I disagree.
Fucked up.
Which is fine. I'm not like saying it's a bad thing, but it's just like that's his thing. But like I want to see him in a role like Uncut Gems, bro. Like I got a new respect for Adam Sandler.
I disagree that he was playing his character though, because you have to look at like the script and the way it was written. Because if another actor said the exact same like word for word, the way that he did, I feel like it's y'all wouldn't say the same thing, you know. Like I only think it's because of the way he delivers it, and just like his voice and like his facial I don't know his mannerisms, I guess. That's the only reason why I think y'all are saying that.
I think
I have so many examples of that, dude.
Like that.
The Rock does that. Vin Diesel does that.
Kevin Hart does that.
Jason Statham does that.
I agree, but I feel like in this script, if they put another actor into this script, I feel like it would have been the same thing.
No,
bro, they put Brad Pitt in this movie. It's not the same.
Because Ryan Reynolds has the same witty humor. He's always making the same.
Yeah, that's just him. Remarks. That's what I'm saying. That's just his style.
If you put fucking Bruce Willis in this shit and he's making these witty remarks, you're just like
turning it to Die Hard, bro. Like, if you put Bruce Willis in this movie, it's not as goofy as it is with him in it.
I disagree though, because that's the script. And if you say that it's not going to be the same, then like with that logic, you'll say every actor plays themselves.
They do.
They do.
Then that can't be a negative.
But it can be.
That's like Leonardo DiCaprio in every single movie because he plays a different character and he shows it. Like he is not the same person in every single movie.
Or just like even Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's a good example.
Bale, yeah.
He literally transforms his body. He transforms his fucking body.
So okay, put Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie.
Jared Leto, I give him shit, but he's fucking he changes his shit.
Put fucking you said Leonardo DiCaprio in a Goofy movie?
No, put Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie, word by word, same script, and it would have.
Okay, but it's not the same script. I guarantee you, half of that shit is Ryan Reynolds ad-libbing, and the director's just like, I love it.
Also, if it was a different, I don't think it would be word for word either. I feel because he made this role for Ryan Reynolds. He said, "Oh, I bet he would deliver that good the way he does."
Yeah, I think he literally had to write this movie for Ryan Reynolds with the way the kid and the Ryan Reynolds character like acted with each other.
Huh. We can agree to disagree.
Okay, I'll agree to that.
Anthony's just
gotta move on.
Anthony's just defending his baby daddy right now.
On. The last thing I had a little nitpick, but the one thing this isn't really a nitpick. The last thing I'll say is I hated the scenes between him and his wife when they first met again. I didn't hate it because the way they acted or the way they introduced the scene. I hated it because they were doing all this emotional shit and like, you know, they hadn't seen each other forever saying all this shit. And then it zooms out and the kid's just sitting there looking at him. And then it takes away the weight for me of the scene. Yeah. He's just sitting there watching all awkward. not really focusing on them. I'm more focused on the kid now. I'm like, why is he just there?
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
bro?
like I get he's supposed to be there, but like, he could have went on his walk like he said, and then they could have introduced that whole thing, and then next scene. But other than that, I mean, I have little nitpicks, but I'm not going to go into that too far. So,
Shoot, y'all kind of said like the issues that I had with it, but like Ryan Reynolds playing himself really doesn't like. It's not like a huge thing to me. Like whenever I see a Ryan Reynolds movie, this is like I expect him to act this way, so I go into it like knowing what kind of movie it's going to be already. So I don't really mind it all that much, but I would kind of like for him to like stay serious through a movie because I feel like he would kill that shit.
you should clip that whole freaking discussion about Ryan Reynolds. That'd be a good video.
But other than that, yeah, y'all kind of finagled my things.
Hit it on the head. That's all I got to say about the Adam Project.
So,
Right,
what do you
ready
boys
for our
think?
rating? Schmanthony Banthony.
I give it a 8. I think we should start doing 0.5s.
What?
I feel like we should start doing 0.5s. If y'all want to. We don't have to, but
I'm not going to, but you can.
I give it an 8.5.
8.5.
I'm okay with doing 0.5s. I think if we do like all the decimals, then that's when it comes kind of retarded. But I'll give it the 0.5. I'll do halves.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. Recording it.
I am with Anthony. I will give it an 8.5 as well.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Dang.
No, I'm not gonna do 0.5s. Those 0.5s.
Well, y'all all did it, so I felt pressured to do it. Fine, I'm giving it a 7.
Yeah, no peer pressure here.
That's averages out to an 8. So Hooligan Hangout 8 out of 10. That's not bad.
8 out of 10 approved, my
It was
fellow
a
hooligans.
very solid movie.
I just didn't. I think I gave Uncharted a 7, and I did enjoy this movie more than Uncharted. But honestly, I think I should have given Uncharted a 6. Now that I'm looking back at it,
I forget what I gave Uncharted.
you gave it an 8, I think.
Yeah, I put this one at an 8.5 then.
What did I give Uncharted? Y'all know?
8 or 9, I don't remember.
I give it an 8.
Yeah, y'all. I'll give y'all. I was the only one low on Uncharted, to be honest. I didn't think it worked.
All right. Well,
that's it.
ladies and gentlemen, on that note, thank you guys for
Bye.
listening all the way.
What's up, bro?
Thank you guys for listening all the way through. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a 5-star rating wherever you're watching us. That definitely helps push us out a little bit more. Follow all our socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at the Hooligan Hangout. And check out our merch.streamelements.com. It does help us fund future projects, such as our short film that will be coming very, very soon.
Very soon. And make sure y'all check out our lives. We're going to do an Instagram pretty much every week. Once we get the ability to do it on YouTube, we can. So, just stay tuned and check it out because you can ask us any questions you want while we're on live.
Yes, of course. All right. You guys have a good night.
Or a good afternoon.
Buenas nachos.